Hey Teresa, how you doing? Hey Lisa, how you doing? Oh, cool. I saw that Erica was coming live, but she never went live, so I was gonna hang out with her for a bit, but she never went live. I don't know if she still is, but I tried to wait for her, but I haven't seen her. You went back to work? Oh, cool. That's good. You're exhausted? That's not good. Oh, shit. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Hey Sophie. Yeah, I know, right? The general public is why I went on my own and not wanting to be with people because I can't stand working in the public eye. I end up going to jail, and I'm not a violent person, but the way people act and the way people bring their attitudes inside a shop, or this is the most public thing that I will do, pretty much. But interactions, real energy interactions, hell no. Even this is like good enough for me because I don't see the person and I'm not absorbing their energy through the computer. It doesn't matter to me, but I can't work as a salesperson and all that. I'll fucking beat the shit out of somebody. I almost did when I was younger. That's why I don't do it no more. I can't work in people are too stupid. How you doing, Sophie? You're off tonight. I gotta scroll and catch up. Okay, good. At least you're off tonight. Yeah, I know, right, Teresa? I can't handle being in public places either. Look, I went to the grocery store today, all right? And here at the grocery store, the one I like to go to, I went there today. And I had all the time in the world to shop because I was finished what I had to do. This is just, I'm glad you bring up, working in public and all that. So I go to the grocery store and I got a basket because I just need a little bit of things. I'm good. Like, I don't need too much groceries. But I need some eggs. I got like 2 eggs left. And I eat eggs almost every day or every other day. Right? So right now the eggs are on special. 2 dozens for $7. That's not even heard of around here. But they have like, only white eggs, right? The brown eggs are more expensive, and the white eggs and other brands are expensive. But a certain brand they bring in, it's 2 dozens for $7. So 350 a dozen. But you have to buy two. It doesn't come like, by itself. So you have to buy two. So I wanted to buy 2 more dozens of eggs because the date on them is till the end of September. So I said, yeah, that'll last me to the end of September. That's a great deal. Let me go get my eggs. So when I walked in, there was a woman and 2 of her kids there looking at all the eggs, opening them up, looking at them. And I'm like, fuck me, man. These fucking people are irritating. They were there for like 5 minutes. So I'm like, I'll go do some other groceries. I'll come back. Hey, Fever, how you doing, bro? So I went around, came back. There was another man and his wife there. They were talking about what eggs they should get and if they should get these, if they should get that. Then I said, okay, let me go to the bread section around the corner, see what's around there. So I was there, then I was watching the people there, and I'm like, these people still ain't moved. They're still there. Where the eggs are, they shouldn't have them there. They should have them in a different place where people can get to them, right? More people can. I'm going to suggest that actually. It shouldn't be in the corner of the shop. It should be in the middle of that section. So that way one person can come on this side and one person can come on that side. That's how it should be. But they're so dumb that they do it wrong. And I don't like the way they do it. So anyway, but when the fucking eggs were expensive, nobody was there buying them. They just stayed there because people are like, I'm against. But now that the eggs on special, every Tom, Dick, and Harry want to buy them. So then I'm waiting. And do you know, I waited over 20 minutes to even try and get there. And I still couldn't go there because another person came, then another person came, and another person came. And I said, fuck those eggs. I'm going to go tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning, before all these idiots go to the grocery store, and I'll go get my eggs then. I was so mad, and I was like, I have eggs for another day, so I'm good. I'll go get them tomorrow because the sale's on until like I think Friday or something like that. I can't remember. And it's like I'm done. I can't wait for eggs and wait for these people to move out of the way because these idiots decide to put the eggs in a corner where no one can really get to them. Like only one person at a time can get to them. It's the stupidest setup I've ever seen. And then the other shop that I go to that's down the hill from me, all the car parks were full. And I'm like, you know what? It's not my day today to get eggs. I don't really give a shit anyway. I was like, I'll leave it alone. Fuck it. I'll just go tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's another day. So I got so mad because people were all in the way of the eggs because they were so greedy. They had to go get those fucking eggs. Like, it was unbelievable. It's amazing what people will do during a sale. Like they will clog up that area. They'll open up all the packages of the eggs and go and touch each and every one of them. Got all their dirty hands all over the fucking eggs. Thank God we're not eating the inside of. Thank God we're not eating the outside of those eggs. Because the amount of people that touch those eggs and goes like this and looking at them to see if they're cracked and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you people? Like, like you ain't got nothing to do but like open up these things and check every single fucking egg. Like all you gotta do is shake it like this and you can see the eggs moving. If one of them don't move, then it's stuck in there and it's fucked up. Or you could just see yolk somewhere, like, That's why I can't be in public places too long. I run. I had like 5 items. I went to the counter. I got my shit and I took off. I said, let me get out of here before I explode. Before I tell these people you're a bunch of fucking chicken heads. I said, the chickens that make these damn eggs and lay these eggs are smarter than you dumbass humans who are over here looking at every fucking carton and every egg. You're getting this shit on special. So what if it's a fucking egg that's fucked up in there? You're getting it for cheaper anyway. If I came home and one of those eggs were broken or I didn't see it, I wouldn't even care. So what? I got it for a deal. Like I'm not gonna go back to the store and be like, "There's a cracked egg in here." Like really? Hey Claudia, how you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I went at 2 o'clock, and there was all these people there at 2 o'clock, and I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's one way to find out, people. Well, that's the thing. You're never gonna tell a person in Bermuda that they can't touch those eggs because they're gonna be like, "Well, I ain't buying it," and they'll get an attitude one time. If I'm buying it, I gotta check it because if there's a broken egg in here, I'm getting robbed. You can see them; they act up. There's so many dumb assholes here that they'll be there crying, and there'll always be a woman crying about the eggs. A guy wouldn't even give a shit. He's taking them eggs and going home. If it's a cracked one, who fucking cares? These dumbass women, they'll be there. Oh my god, it's cracked. Oh, you fuck that. Bitch, that shit's on special. Don't worry about that. You're getting these things for cheap. Man, I tell you, man, it's just a never ending story in life. Yeah, I know it's everywhere, but I'm just talking like, people here. Yeah, exactly. But like all this, I saw this lady literally do it. She opened up the container of eggs, right? It's a firm package. Like she opened it up. She went one, two, three, four, five. She touched every single one to see if it was cracked or it was stuck in there. Like then she looked at it, went like this, and then she closed it and put it in her cart. Then she opened up another one, did the same thing, open it up because it's two for $7, right? So they're like, and I'm looking at, I've got my basket in my hand, and the first thing I'm saying is, I feel like throwing this fucking basket right at her fucking head and go like that, mm, and let all the eggs hit her in her fucking face. Oh, like this is why I can't stand people. Like people are so fucking dumb. And me, I don't even care. I'll open it up, right? To see if there's a broken one or it's got yolk in there, right? 'Cause I don't want that shit spilling all over my bag and all over my groceries. I do it for a different reason. So I'll open up, but I don't see no yolk spilled or anything. Look, close, check you later, bye. When I get home and I happen to pick one that's stuck and then it breaks, I'll be like, I wouldn't even care. I'll be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Who cares? You know? I'm not gonna be like, no. No, I got 11 instead of 12 eggs. My life is ruined. Like, are you serious right now, man? Come on, man. Jesus, help these people. Even he don't even want to help 'em. Yeah, get a wand for the grocery store. Yeah. Honestly, I wish that I knew somebody that owned a grocery store, and I would tell them, look, right when you kick everybody out, let me come in there, right? Okay, Teresa, take care. I'll be here. I feel like telling the owner, look, let me come in there for 20 minutes. That's all I need. You could put me on a timer. While those guys are cleaning up the aisles in the shop and the cleaners are in there, they ain't gonna bother me. I wanna come in there, do my groceries in 20 minutes, and I'll check out and bang. That's it. Just hook me up. That's all I wanna do. But see, but my sister, my sister was a part owner with her husband and his family of a grocery store, right? And we used to go there on Sundays when it was closed, because their grocery store was closed on Sundays because they're like religious people, right? So me and my sister would say, "Hey, Mark, you want to come shopping with me on Sunday? We're gonna be all. It's not gonna be that many people there. It's gonna be like 10 people in the shop because they're gonna fix this, do that, and we can do all our groceries and check out." I'm like, "Oh hell yeah!" And that was the best time we ever had. But ever since she, got a divorce and don't work there no more, we can't do it, right? But it was like the best thing ever, man. It was like, thank God. Boom. Hey, Marilyn, how you doing? Hey, Starlight. I wish I had like that option again, but you know. Do they have a click and collect at any stores there? What do you mean, like a self checkout? That's what you mean? Click and collect? What does that mean? That mean to me it means like self checkout. If you if you're asking me that, no. Because people would steal shit every time. They ain't gonna have that here. They did at one point, but then people started acting up. So they never did it again. The shop my sister's that I'm talking about, they had a self checkout. Oh, the order online, collect and pay. Yeah, they have that. Yeah, they have it here. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea, Phoebe. I should do that. That's a great idea, brother. I should do that. I should just order my groceries and go pick them up. They have like two parking lanes where you stop there, and then the person comes out and brings you your groceries. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I just realized what you asked. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, self checkout here, and that's a no no. There's too many people robbing shit, and the camera person has to watch every single person. So they did have that here at one shop, but then they stopped. Because people started robbing them and shit. But the order online thing, they have that, and it's working. It's definitely efficient. A lot of older people do that, and companies and shit. Yeah. Actually, I think I'm gonna do the click and collect thing. You know what? That's a damn good idea. I'm gonna do that because I got so fed up of going to that fucking grocery store and get pissed off. That's what I'm gonna do. So that way I ain't gotta wait for shit. Just collect my groceries and pay for it. Bang. That sounds good. Actually, that's a good idea. I should do it. A lot of people do it here. Somebody told me about that the other day. And I say, you know what? I'm gonna end up doing it. And you just reminded me of it. Yeah, I think I might do it. All right, Starlight, you said it's much easier too. All right, cool. I'm gonna do it. Cool, Lisa. See you guys do it. I'm gonna do it too. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it as well. Good. All right, Marilyn, you said, what are the Virgo's true intentions behind wanting to reestablish a friendship with me? She's a woman. Maybe she wants a birthday present. Is her birthday coming up? We're in Virgo season. Yeah, I know. Today I couldn't even get fucking eggs because they were on special, and all these greedy ass weirdos were all in line trying to get the fucking last bit of eggs, acting like chickens are gonna go extinct or something. I hope the eggs they got today gave them diarrhea. Fucking idiots. Or they're like begging to buy the eggs like a bunch of morons. Like, calm down. Them things ain't going nowhere. Fucking idiots. You should have saw. I wish I would have pulled out my phone and recorded it. But I probably would have got in trouble. Are you recording me? Yeah, I'm recording how stupid you are. It takes all these damn time to open up these cartons of eggs and look at them. You're getting them on sale, woman. Fuck out of the way. Well, it looks like this person is having a bad time in their life, and they can use a friend, and they can use you as a friend because they know that you're a good friend to them. So I feel like the reason why they want to reestablish a friendship with you, Marilyn, is because their intentions is their true intentions is they've been taking advantage of other people, and they've gone through a bad cycle of friends, and they kind of like wish that they still had you as a friend because you were a better friend to her than other people were, or the people that are currently to her. So That's why she's doing it. But she thinks that you don't want her back as a friend, or you don't really care about having her back as a friend. She doesn't get that you will take her back as a friend or reestablish a friendship with her. But it looks like she's been like screwed over by a few people, and she just like probably just wants to go be around people who didn't screw her over, or like, she wants to go around people that are not like the people that's been screwing her over. Let me just check something real quick. Yeah. Like, another thing I see here is like she's trying to I think she's established herself to a point where she's got her life in check personally, and she wants to try and make amends with you, so that way she can start to recover like her losses and her feelings and her like her ways and shit like that. Like, she wants to show you that she's a better person. She shows up in the card here, in the cards here, Queen of Pentacles, which is a Virgo. But she thinks that you are probably not gonna like take her back as a friend, or not be interested in like being her friend. So she kind of thinks that she wants to try to reestablish it, but also at the same time, she probably thinks that it's not gonna work. So it's really up to you. But I would say her intentions are good based on what I see in her current life. Hey Marley, how you doing? So her desire with you is to recover what she's lost with you. So if she's lost like her friendship with you, she wants to get it back in some type of way. But I don't see her being like a bad person, or having bad intentions. You know, she probably thinks that you don't really care about her like that. And if you don't worry about it. She's doing perfectly fine. I just think that her personally, she's okay, but her and her friendships aren't. So she's trying to find people that you know. Well, that could be it. You know. Well, if she does favors for you and you do favors for her, as long as it's equal, you know. Just make sure that if that happens, right, that you get the equal amount of favors, you know. And if you want to get paid for some of those favors, then she has the money to do so. Because I got her as the Queen of Pentacles. That tells me that's a woman who's got some moolah, you know. Not necessarily, but that's what it kind of tells me. Like, she's got enough. She don't have to do free shit for her. So if it's a case where you want to get paid for something, tell her pink up, you know, pay me. Yeah, I had a good day, Marley. How about you? You good? Good. I had a good day. My friend sent me a DJ clash between two of my DJ friends going at it from last week. I finally got the video from the weekend, so I was watching. It was like 3 hours long, so I had a good time watching it, and laughing and shit, and seeing some of my old friends go at it. It was pretty fun. But you know what I don't like is everybody that was there was not dancing and like, going crazy. They're just like high as fuck, right? And drunk, and just standing there like, they're like zombies, like, everybody's high as fuck, drunk as shit, and just standing there like, yeah, cool. They're like all fucked up. And I'm like, how the fuck are you playing music to these morons? Like, this shit's annoying. You know what I mean? Emily had band practice, so we just got straight to your blankie. How's she feel today? She feels better? Lisa's laughing at me. Okay, cool. So physiotherapy on Monday. Cool. Hopefully she feels better, at least. You know. You're welcome, Marilyn. Hey, Gala. How you doing? So yeah, when I was at the grocery store, right? When I was going through the egg dilemma, when I came outside to my car, right? The car next to me was parked on a slant. And I was like, "Yep, another woman driver, guaranteed. This person must be not looking at their mirrors and looking backwards and breaking their neck to try and drive." And I was like, why are all these people not understanding that you have to park in between these two white lines that is big enough to put your car in? Why are you parking your car on an angle? So then when another car comes and parks next to you, right, you're gonna be there's two straight cars and there's gonna be another car. Your car is gonna be like this. So you're gonna have to back up, straighten out, come out, and then go around the car. So why you just didn't park, straight in the first place? Why is that so hard? Yeah, it could be a man that's high, but most likely, I don't really see too many men unless they're old that park crooked. There's a lot of women who can park properly. That's for sure. I know a lot of. I'm not trying to harp on women and shit, but you know. But I know a lot of women non-drive. I know a lot of non-driving guys too. Don't get me wrong. But that's the first thing I thought of. Was like, yeah, this looks like a woman's car, and I guarantee she parked all fucked up on purpose. And I'm like, wow, I should have stayed the hell home. I really should have. Yeah, excellent time. You're right, Starlight. But I'm telling you, it was like from the eggs, from the people in line getting eggs. Then I came outside and it was like the parking, and then like it was raining off and on. So like people are driving like maniacs and they would drive through a puddle and the puddle would like splash up in the air and they don't have no consideration for nobody. Like, and I'm like saying to myself, what the hell is wrong with these people? Like calm the fuck down. Where are you going? Why you gotta, that shit fucks your car up, right? Like you're splashing water in places it's not supposed to be water in. Yeah. And another thing, you're splashing it all over the damn place. Like, calm your ass down or go around the puddle. Fuck, man. I swear, if people had, everybody wants to be born a cat, a dog, a tranny. They want to be born like homosexual. They want to be born white, black, whatever they want to be born as. They want to be born this and that way and that way. One thing you all ain't born with is a fucking brain. That's what you fail to realize. And that's why you think you're born a certain way, because your brain didn't work. It don't work. You weren't born with a brain. When you come head out of that coochie and the doctor holds your head and pulls you out of that coochie when you're born, he's pulling your fucking brains out at the same time. And when you're born, they say there's another person that's born without a damn brain, because we put a flashlight in your ear and we saw the fucking light throughout the other side. That's exactly what happened. I swear to God, that's what it is. People's brains are not working. It don't work. Or they start to develop like a brain, and then it just like leaks out of your ear when you're sleeping onto your pillow. You thought it was drool, but it was your liquid brain. Some people are born rich, but then die poor. Some people shouldn't drive whatever the genders. I agree. I agree with you. Yeah, maybe she wanted to park that way because of that reason. Marilyn, thanks for the super chat. You said I have the same question about a Leo who wants to reestablish a friendship after a hurtful situation. I don't know if she's a true friend, is she? Well, my advice to you is if these people want to reestablish a relationship with you after a hurtful situation, I would tell them go F themselves. Because if they did it to you once, they'll do it again. I would say no. I don't see this person like wanting to like be a true friend. You said this person is a she, but I see a man like in this situation. So if you and her fell out because of a man, then I would say that because she's with this man, she probably wants to probably stick it to you because of him, if that's the case, right? Now, if that's not the case, then she probably has a man now, right? And she feels like she needs friends. So she's going to try and reestablish a friendship with you, but it ain't going to work. She's going to cause you more sadness and she's going to trick you like she did in the past. I got a tricky, dishonest person. And then she's ready to disappoint anybody because she has her man now, so she don't care about nobody. But her man probably told her, look, you need to go get some friends, woman, and leave my ass alone. Because I got a king of swords here, and the king of swords is like me. We don't want women around us all goddamn day. We want to watch our sports and do our work. We don't need no woman aggravating us. And I know women like that too. Don't want no man around them all day. So this is what the energy I get for this Leo. So I don't get them being a true friend, no. Oh, speaking of my favorite Leo, is Danny Boy. My favorite Leo. Oh, I agree, Starlight. Oh, I agree with that, Fever. That's for sure. Lucky and rich, you're not asking for much. Oh, yeah? You are asking for too damn much. You should ask for your health. It's better to be healthy than be rich. Because if you're rich, they might unhealthy you. Then you're going to have to use all your money for painkillers and chemotherapy and all sorts of shit. That's why you should always ask for your health. Because if you're healthy, you can become rich. And being rich is not good. She is thinking that because she has a man and she doesn't need female friends. No, she has a man, right? But you know how like you're always with your man and the man probably says, hey, you can go out with your friends, but she probably ain't got no friends. So that's why she's probably trying to reestablish a friendship with people or get more friends so that way she can hang out with her girls on girls night, but it don't look like she has many female friends. So I don't know why this guy shows up here, but that's what I think it is. But the question you asked me is she going to be a true friend to you? And I'm getting no. That's what I'm getting. I got bad cards on her. Nothing good. The only thing I got good was her man. So you're welcome, Marilyn. I always tell people never go back to old friends or family members or exes and all that shit because those people are not worthy to be back in your life. The reason they got out of your life is for a reason. You know, Spirit took them out of your life for a reason. Fuck 'em. The more my mom always says, her friends are like our teeth and they don't hurt. You're definitely asking for too much, Lisa. Who the heck you think you are, a supermodel? Dan, I had a good day. Yes. Hope you did too, brother. As you see my dumb dog in the background, she lost her brain a long time ago too. She's been very naughty today. I had to give her a smack, but it didn't do any justice. She's been acting very dumb. I wish I had a solution to her stupidity, but I don't. But I don't know what more to do, you know? How's that working out for you, Lisa? Okay, good, Dan. Shit, 90 degrees. We haven't seen that temperature here in a long time because it's been raining every damn day. I had to smack her today because she shit on the tile outside by the pool, and that's a no-no. And I already fucked her off of peeing all over the damn tile all over the pool. I don't need her shit and piss running into the pool. That's not happening. That's a fucking no-no. And she's been acting really, really stupid. And when I smack her, I don't hit her hard or anything like that. I just, give her a smack on her bum and say, "Yeah, naughty." That's it. I don't like punch her or something, even though some days I want to. But she's too old to get a beat down. But I don't beat animals anyway. I just know she's ignorant and stupid. I mean, it's not every day that she does it, but when she does it, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? And she has a lot of grass to shit on and piss on, but she'd rather do it on the tile now out of the blue. The past like 3 months, she's gone absolutely like dumb. It don't make no sense at all. And she knows she's not supposed to do it, and she still does it. And my sister gave her a smack on her butt and told her not to do it, and she still did it. And we just shake our head and we're like, you know what? I'm never getting a fucking dog again, ever in life. This is the last dog. Hell no, it's bad enough having her ass. She's well entertained every day. She never used to. How the fuck you're 10 years old? You've been on that tile for 4 years now, and you mean to tell me now you want to go shit and piss on it? That's dumb as shit. She knows she's not supposed to do that. And the grass is clean. The grass is clean. But she shit on the grass every day. But today, for the very first time, she shit next to the lawn chairs outside on the tile. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then she pees on the tile every now and then, like maybe once a day she'll do it. And then she'll go on the grass and pee on the grass. It don't make no sense. Like, why the hell are you peeing and peeing all over the tile knowing you're not supposed to? And when she pees on the tile, it's splashing on her legs. How could you not feel that or know that you're not doing the right thing? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Fuck, man. No, there's the only thing I can do on the tile that will probably make her not do it is bleach. But I don't want to put bleach on there because then it might go in her paws and sting her or aggravate her. So I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know why she's doing it. I have no idea, but she got a checkup in May, and they said that she was perfectly fine. She has nothing wrong. And she's not like, she eats, she drinks, she licks her bowl clean. She eats treats every morning. I give her treats, biscuits, cookies. I give her her food every day. Once a day, she eats a can of food, a can of dry food. She drinks a lot of water, and she sleeps all day. She runs around sometimes, and she acts crazy, and then she'll hang out with me all day. She doesn't pee or shit inside, thank God. But outside, she knows that she's not supposed to do that, and she does it. She's like, "Fuck you, I'm doing it." You know. Um, I don't think she has kidney stones or anything like that. Because if she had kidney stones, she would be like, going crazy. Like, kidney stones is something that's painful, and she'll be like, probably like out there going nuts. But oh God, the neighbor said, "Fucking taking the dog out." Yeah, let me answer your question, Marilyn, and then I'll go back to talking about this stuff because I'll tell you what I did years ago, and I think it might just work. I think bleach might just work, but we'll see. Marilyn, you said, "Why haven't I heard from the tourist when I asked how his mother's doing?" All right, let me check. I would say why is because they are like dealing with the they're dealing with the mother and the father or something like, or their person's dealing with the mother, and they're like, they're they're being very cautious about what they're doing, so they don't have the time to like call you back right away or respond back to you. They're very indecisive, and they're like, they're going through a lot of stuff right now is what I see, but they're trying to do everything they can. But I wouldn't say take it personally or anything like that, but I would say the person, let's see if when if the person is going to contact you back. I don't see this person like contacting you back in for a few days. I think it's gonna a few days are gonna go by before they even contact you back. And I get that it's nothing against you. It's just they're busy and they just don't have the time to contact back. It's like they got problems and they got some shit going on. They might not even have like their phone might be disconnected or something, or they might, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like they got problems. They got money problems, and they got some situations that they're preoccupied about. I don't think that talking to you or calling you back or like getting back to you is a main priority to them. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I don't really get nothing on that too much. All I'm getting is the person's like doing a lot of things and they can't like, they just don't feel like talking to anybody or something like that. I don't know. I get like a weird energy with that. No problem, Marilyn. You're welcome. We heard a shit. Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. See, they don't want animals come. People don't want animals coming in their yard, and then if they do, they can be doing harm and shit, right? People don't want their people's dogs and cats coming in their yard. People don't have no remorse for animals. They don't care about animals. They just don't care. Look, you're in my property. I'm gonna shoot your ass. If that was the case here, there'll be a lot more people and dogs dead. That's for sure. But when Diamond was like maybe 3 years old, she had a bad habit of digging up the yard, right? Because boxers are famous for doing this, right? When they jump on you, they go like that. That's why they're called boxers, right? So she wanted to always dig up the yard and it pissed me off, right? And I was like, yeah, I got something for you. So my friend said you got to put bleach in the hole and then cover it up and put it. I know the bleach is gonna kill the grass, but she already fucked the grass up anyway. So you might as just put bleach in that area and then she won't go back to that hole. I said, well then she's gonna dig up another hole. And he goes, keep putting bleach in it and she'll eventually, leave it alone because she won't like the smell. So one day I recorded her going back to the same hole and she smelt it and then she went away. Right? So then I said, I don't want to bleach this shit no more, like, because bleach is useful. I don't want to put it on the grass and put it on in the hole. So what I did was I put her own poo inside, right, the hole. So if she were to go back in it, she put her hands on her own shit. And that worked instead of the bleach. But now, I said, oh, well, I can't do that, on the tile because I don't want that shit on the tile now. And what's the most annoying part is is if I were to clean that tile and I were to put bleach all over it and then wash it down, the smell still will be there. But she's not really smelling the tile like that. So that's probably not gonna affect her because she's just randomly walking and then just squats and pees, you know? And then she'll go halfway on the grass and halfway on the tile and realize and think she's on the grass, which she is, but her pee is not going on the damn grass. But there's some days where, like right when I take her outside of my door, we go straight and then we go right, and then she goes left to the grass and bang, she pees. And then she'll turn around and come right back inside. But just now, before I came live, I took her to go pee, and she was halfway on the grass and peeing on the tile. And I just looked at her and was like, whatever, man. I don't fucking care. I just, at this point in time, like, I give up. Like, it doesn't matter if I smack her, tell her no, fuck her off. And I point at her, I said, don't pee pees on the tile. And it's like, fuck you. I'll pee where I want. Yeah, that's how she is. She don't give a shit. But you know what we used to do back in the day? My uncle used to do this all the time. When his dog did something wrong, right? You know what he would do? He would take their face and rub it in the shit or the piss wherever they were so they never do it again. And I was thinking about doing it today, but I think that's kind of cool. But if it works, I'd do it. But I don't want to do it. I think that's kind of cool. I wouldn't want to somebody rub my face in my own piss or shit. That's kind of nasty. And I don't like doing things like that. I think it's disgusting. But it worked. You know, that he said the dog never pissed inside ever again. Yeah, I love her too much to do stupid shit to her. So even like I could never hit her, hard, or I smack her on her butt and tell her no, or grab her and say, "Hey, no," you know. But she don't care. She's always been an ignorant dog, always. She's a very disobedient dog sometimes. Well, that's the thing. I tried that, Lisa. I tried not reacting, and it still didn't work. She didn't care. It was like she did it again. Because I said to her, when she went to the grass, I said, "Good girl," you know, peeing on the grass, good girl. And then when she peed on the tile, I looked at her and I said, "I'm not even going to say nothing because it don't even make no difference if I fuck her off or not. I'm not wasting my damn energy." Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's cool, Starlight. I don't blame your dad for doing that, Dan, because that's like killing a pet is, you know, that's a no. But you know, I just don't know what to do with her anymore. I just think that gets a stage, that she's going through. I don't know. I don't think anything's wrong with her because I know when something's wrong with her. Like when she usually has like problems. She usually has a lot of problems, like with certain things. The only problem she's had is like having a hard time like pooing and stuff, right? Or she'll pee and nothing comes out, and then like she had something up with her glands or whatever, and they had to like you know fix her butt, and that was it. That only happened twice when in her earlier years, but now she shits and pisses every damn where. That's not a problem. Look, she eats, drinks, shits, pisses. She does everything. She's a normal dog. Anything she does, like I said, is pee all over the damn tile outside, which I don't like. But I said to myself, I'd rather do it out there than do it in here. And when she pees outside, she doesn't pee close enough to the pool where it goes in there. So that's another thing. When she pees like around the perimeter of the pool, but far away from it, so where it doesn't like go in there. Thank God, because I'll be fucking like going crazy. I would not want to swim in there with her fucking piss everywhere. That would definitely not happen. But yeah, yeah. I don't know, Fever. I don't know what to think anymore. But it's like it's like I can't win with her right now. So at the end of the day, she's not doing anything drastic. Peeing and shitting on the tile next to the grass. I don't think that's a really bad thing where I want to kill her or something like that, or get rid of her for life. you know at the end of the day, she's not doing it indoors, so I'd rather her do it out there and not around, not in here, because that's a no. That's a fucking, I hate that shit. She's done it in here a few times, but so I guess because she's getting older, she probably just says, "I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna, you know, piss and shit everywhere. I don't give a fuck. Mark will clean it, and I don't care." So I don't know what to do anymore. I just don't care. At the end of the day, I can't. Some dogs you can scold them and punish them, but it won't make a difference. Hey, Erica, how you doing? So that's the thing. Like, you can punish a dog a million times. You can hit him. You can do whatever you want. I've learned. that sometimes you just gotta let it go and they'll straighten themselves out and they won't do it no more. So at the end of the day, she's a good dog. She doesn't really like, do bad shit. And she's getting older and I'll just let her live her life. The last thing I want to do is like, keep going at her all the time. You know. Yeah, that's basically what it is. She's old. She's 10 years old and she's got problems, due with that. But at least she's healthy. When the vet comes here to see her, right? Because we don't take her to the vet comes here. It's a mobile vet. And they came in January to give her shots and they love her. They were like playing with her, cut her nails. Like they let them touch her and stick a needle in her and cut her nails. And she's just looking at them like, yeah, cool. We got new people here. Oh, cool. I like you. You're petting me. You love me. Oh, cool. I'm gonna smell you. And she doesn't care. Like she lets the vet do whatever they want to her. They don't have to put a muzzle on her. They're not scared of her. She's just like a happy-go-lucky dog. She loves people. And they came in May again to like give us like the dewormer pills and to check her and stuff and to see if she was okay. And then she put like like she weighed her and stuff and said that she was like a little overweight, but she says for a 10-year-old dog, she has a 2-year-old's heart. Her heart is like, perfect. And that's the main thing, right? Is your heart is, beating and you're strong. So they put the like stethoscope thing on her and she's just looking at him like, cool, what are you doing? And she smells it and shit. And then they said, oh, Mark, her heart is like a 2-year-old dog. Look, she knows I'm talking about it. So they're like, oh, Mark, she's a 10-year-old dog, but has a heart of a 2-year-old. She's so cute. We love her and she's so nice and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah. So I tell them like, she drinks a lot of water and she eats her food and she has a treat in the morning and I give her and stuff like that. Sometimes I give her leftover rice or mac and cheese or something. And they're like, oh, she's a bit overweight, but she's a big dog, so just don't let her eat too much. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. You say this shit every time. I don't want no damn dog with their ribs showing and shit. Hell no. But yeah, she's all right. She doesn't like she doesn't do anything drastic where I want to like get rid of her or something. I mean, I'm kind of pissed that she pees on the tile outside and she shat on the tile for the first time today, and I kind of think that that's fucking annoying. But as long as it doesn't go in the pool, then I'm okay. When it does go in there, then I'm gonna be fucking pissed. But thank God it doesn't go in there. She does it far away from the pool, but I still don't want her to do it on the tile. You know, even though the tile, it's outside tile. There's bugs and shit and birds shitting all over it. I guess she must say, well, there's bird shit all over the damn tile, so I'll shit on the tile and piss on the tile too, because the birds do it. She probably says that. She's probably like, oh, this bird shit on the fucking ground. Oh, well, I'll shit on the ground too. I think that's it. I told my sister, that's a good point. I said, yeah, because these fucking birds, they shit all over the chairs, the tile. They shit all over like there's even like two pigeons that come around here once a month and they stand on the fresh step of the tile. I mean on the step of the pool and they shit in the pool. Those fuckers. I watched them do it one time. So Dan, if I had a shotgun, there would be a lot of dead birds around here. Thank God we don't have it. If they say guns are legal in Bermuda, I'll buy one tomorrow. I'll shoot them fucking birds. Ain't come around here no more. Go to the neighbor's yard and leave me alone. Hey Tanya, how you feeling? Eric, you said you're good. All right, good. Yeah, I saw you were about to go live, but you never did. I was gonna come visit you. Yeah, Elmer Fudd. There you go. I would have hooked up an Elmer Fudd on their asses. It's 11:11 in my room right now. 11 people and 11 likes. I just went to 12. I spoke too soon. But yeah. Anyway, as you can see, Miss Diamond is enjoying her life. I just leave her alone. I told my sister, I said, I don't want to be hard on her, and I don't want like to shout at her or like slap her on her ass and scold her and fuck her off. At the end of the day, it's not going in the pool, so I'll leave it alone. Maybe she'll get better, I guess. I don't know. My sister thinks I should call the vet. And I'm like, what do you want me to tell the vet? Oh, my dumb 10-year-old boxer dog is peeing on the tile, and for the first time, she shit on the tile today. And they're going to be like, so what the fuck you want me to do? Give her a no pee and shit on your tile tablet? And my sister starts laughing. I said, I'm trying to tell you that shit ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Ain't no vet gonna do nothing about that. That's something that's a dog's problem. The dog is doing the dumb shit. There ain't no cure for that. The fuck. But at the same time, she'll do it on the grass. She just feels like she could do it anywhere now. So it's all good. I'll leave her alone. I love her too much for her to keep harping on her and shit. I know she's on her dying days. Hopefully she lasts a little bit longer. Sometimes I don't want her to, but there's some days where she pisses me off, and I'm like, you know what, dog? But it's cool though. She's a good dog. All right, good night, Starlight. Take care. Good seeing you. You're exhausted, so much to do in one day, but I managed to do it all. My work internet is slow. I'm gonna contact Mr. Hollywood about that tomorrow. Oh yes, I know that'll get you so excited. I don't know, but it was hot. I tried. I'm so tired of the heat. I'm spending the night, my first night in my new home. Oh, cool. It's the camper. Need to get internet a little faster. I'll work on that tomorrow. You can always get like a booster. Hey Ashley, how you doing? I got your donation. Thanks. All right. Human advantage. I was trying to sell the money, but the guy didn't want to fix it. It cost too much. They donated. Okay, cool. At least you donated it. Yeah, I'm sure they will. That's good. You're okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm just here talking about my dog and about life. I've been talking a lot of shit since I've been on here. I was talking about the eggs being on sale here and how everybody at the grocery store is going crazy over the eggs. I couldn't even get to them because they were all over the eggs like a bunch of idiots checking it and shit. Then I started talking about my dog and how people don't have a brain. Usual shit. Yeah, usual shit. I need to get Gala. I need to get those small treats, like the little snacks, like like for those type of things. Because right now I have like the big buns, because she's a big dog, so I give her one big bun in the morning. But they have like that little plastic bag with the little tiny little treats you give them, like, oh, good boy, good girl. I gotta get those tomorrow when I go to the grocery store. I'll try it. I'll try it. I mean, anything's possible, right? But I believe in that, to be honest. I believe in rewarding them when they do good things. But when she hears me say good girl, she knows. And when I say naughty, she knows that you're not supposed to do it. I know she has a brain. I know she's listening, but she's just being a biatch. But I guess the only way to change that mentality is to reward her. So I do agree with you 100%. You know? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get some small treats tomorrow. And when she pees on the grass, I'm going to give her one. I'm going to put it in my pocket. And then when she doesn't, then I won't give her shit. So maybe that would change her mentality. I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know. All right, Ashley, you said, how is Dante feeling about our relationship? I know, right, Dan? Like I need more shit to do. Hmm. Well, Ashley, I get that he's happy with the relationship that he has with you. The only thing I see, like he actually is happy. Like the energy this time around is a lot better, to be honest. The cards are much better. But the only thing I see that might be an issue is like he doesn't want you to feel like you have to help him do something in order to like make him feel a certain way, if that makes sense. Or like he thinks that if he were to assist you in a way, that it'll be like an ulterior motive, or like beware of my help because don't think I'm going to help you every time, or don't think I'm going to do this every time, because if you do, then it's not going to work. But he's very aware that if that were to happen, then he's not going to be happy. So that's the thing that he looks for, or like has like his eye on, because it probably happened to him in the past where he's the one who like maybe did everything in the relationship and didn't get nothing back. Or if that's the case now, then he's probably saying, in order for me to be happy, this can't happen. So like he thinks that you might like do something to make like because he's happy, he might think that this also could mean, let me word this right. Hold on a second. Because I'm listening to spirit at the same time. So what I'm getting is this: is he's happy with you right now, but he's being cautious at the same time, because he doesn't want to be too good, and then you do something and he'll be like, see, I was too good to her. I switched up and I was trying to be nice and I assisted her, or I did something for her, and then it backfired. Yeah, like taking advantage with an ulterior motive, if that makes sense. I use that phrase a lot, ulterior motives. But like he doesn't want to be tricked into thinking that now that you guys are together for a while now, and he's happy and you're happy and he feels like everything's going right, he just doesn't want to feel too happy, because he thinks that you might take advantage of him, or you might like do something to him that his ex did or somebody else did. It's just like a like if you give each other advice, it could be this as well. Like I'll give you like the generalization of what I see. But he the only problem he has with you is your advice to him might not set straight with him, or your assistance to him might not be what he really wants, or he thinks that maybe you're going to do something for him and expect the world back from him. You know what I mean? So he's still trying to work out whether or not you're the right balance right now. But overall, I got the sun card. So that means that he likes the social part of the relationship, you and him talking, you and him being together. He thinks that it's going to work long term. And he thinks that he just has to make sure that he doesn't invest into you too much because he might get hurt. But him himself, he feels good about the relationship. He just has that feeling deep down inside that, hey, I better not do too much for this, for Ashley, because she might fuck me over in the end. But that's, everybody thinks that, you know. I wouldn't say everybody, but like, I'm like that too, man. I don't want to get, if I get involved with a woman, I'm in a relationship with her, and I start to do too much and she don't do enough, or I feel like she's not balancing out the us assisting each other or doing things for each other, it's gonna make me think. But then that's my fault too, right? Because I blame myself for doing too much. So if you feel you're doing too much and you're not getting enough back, that could be it. Or he might think that he's doing a lot now and you've just like backed off. So I don't know if this makes sense, but, and if that's not happening, he fears that will happen. But overall, the Sun card tells me that he's happy and he's upright too, as the Emperor. So that's what he thinks about, and well, that's what he feels about your relationship. That he's still not maybe 100% trusting you, to, enough, but he's happy with the relationship so far. She says, "Oh my God." Okay, Dan. Yeah, probably. Yeah. So it's gonna take like some time. Obviously, you guys. That's what I'm trying. Like, I'll give you some positive words from Uncle Marky. When you're in a relationship with somebody and you're only in a relationship with them for a couple months, you can't expect too much because you're both feeling each other out. You both have to find time for each other. You both gotta have to work together to make it happen. It can't just be a one-way street, right? After like 6 months to a year, that's when you start to actually realize, who the hell am I with, right? Or this is gone a year now. After a year, you're like, what the fuck, It's been a year, I'm happy now. I weren't happy at the start, but now I am now. I think people um, put too much anxiety in front of their face and too much fear in front of their face early out. You can't expect too much in the first couple months. And if he feels that way, he has every right to, because he's probably been fucked over in the past, and too many people, as human beings, you're gonna have that. You might make that mistake of getting too excited too early and too excited, and then you're gonna say, "Oh yeah, this is the great. I love this relationship, and it's only been 4 months." The next thing you know, you're telling each other you love him, and then you're fucking him, and then 2 weeks after that, you realize the person that you're with for the past 4 months is a fucking piece of shit. So unfortunately, this happens, and I tell people, you're not gonna really know somebody until a couple months or years. And even if you're with somebody for a long time, you feel like something happens and it all goes to shit, and you're like, I feel like I don't even know this person. You know what I mean? It's sad, but it's just the way people are, like, That's why I'm glad I'm single, because I ain't got to deal with no fucking bullshit. I ain't got no time for no dumbass woman in my life that wants to test me every day. That ain't happening. He's gonna get to my medicine inside the house. Yeah. So I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, everybody in here has been through relationship type of shit, and some of it work and some of it don't. I'll be very honest. I've never had a relationship over a year. And if it is going over a year, it's been on and off anyway, so I don't even count it as a whole year. It's like, because I figure out the person too fast, and I say to myself, "You're a fucking bullshitter. You're a liar. You just want D." Oh shit, it's pouring outside. I thought I heard something. I was like, I left the shower on. I was like, nope. I hear it outside. It's pouring again. More rain. It's washing away the pee on the tile from Diamond. But anyway, I tell people all the time, like, that your relationship goals should always be day by day. Take it day by day. Not the person that you deal with, they're not going to be 100% every day. You're going to have to deal, just like a guy has to deal with a woman's menstrual cycle and not get none, and not have to deal with your emotions and your pain and all your bullshit. You got to deal with our fucking mood swings, you know? You got to deal with that shit. You don't have to, but if you love the person that much, you're going to deal with those things. That's why I try and tell people ain't nothing going to be perfect. And that's one of my things with me is I know I want a perfect relationship. I really do. But a perfect relationship to me might not be the perfect relationship for you. Because to me, a perfect relationship is me trusting you and you trusting me and us getting along every day and being happy. Okay, Tanya, be careful. Hey, Maria, darling, I'm doing good, and you? You saw Walter, Papi Chulo? But yeah, relationships are very difficult. You know, even after you've been with somebody for a while, there's still gonna be like bullshit occurring. There's always gonna be a test, you know? Always gonna be a test, man. It's annoying, but what can you do? That's why I tell everybody, you know, when a relationship is fresh, take it day by day. As long as you're doing your part and you're being loyal and faithful, then you have nothing on your conscience. You know, even if that person backs off or they act weird, don't take it to heart because that person is also fresh, and you don't try and think something's bad right away. Just like let it go and let it. If spirit wants you to know something about the person you're with, then they're gonna show you. Like you'll see it. You know, people's intuition can be very good too. They can figure it out. Like you know, but I'm not a relationship expert, but I've been in enough relationships to know who's a hoe and who's not a hoe, and who's good and trustworthy and who ain't. But this is the life we live. You know, we have to test the sincerity of the people that we deal with. Friends as well, family, you know, relationships, it's all a pain in the ass. Work colleagues. That's why I said earlier in my life, I'm so glad I work for myself and I don't work for like in the public eye because I'll be in jail. Somebody will come in there, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. What's the price on this? I'm like, ma'am, the price is right there. Oh, are you being rude to me? I didn't see it. I was like, well, if you open your fucking eyes and look instead of asking me, you'll find the price. Oh my God, are you talking to me like that? Yes, dumbass. Why the fuck you asking me the price? I can see it from over here. You just want to be a dumb hoe and just aggravate me, don't you? Yeah, go talk to my boss. Tell him how dumb your ass is. When he comes over here, I'll tell him for you, stupid. You'll be like, Mark, why are you talking to this woman this way? Or this dumb hoe, she look, I'm not a hoe. Shut up, woman. I'm talking about you, not to you. Look, you see the price right there? She grabbed this damn thing and said, what's the price of the water? It says $1.99. Were you dumb? I said, look, sir, we don't need this dumb asshole here. I get fired every time I swear to God. I honestly wish that I can do that, like you know how people do pranks and shit. I wish I can be like doing pranks like that, and I'll be like, look, we're gonna prank this person. Like as soon as they ask me a dumbass question, only if they ask me a dumb question, I'm gonna give them a dumb answer. And when they say that they're gonna call my manager, I'm gonna tell them that you're the manager and I want you to fire me and shit. And I'm gonna tell her when I see you outside, I'm gonna choke you, ho. Yeah. And then when she gets outside, I'm gonna be like, hey, you. And I'll be like, no, it's a prank, man. It's a prank. Let me buy that item for you. Not. But yeah, I would love to do shit like that, like all these pranks and shit they do. I would love to do that too. Yeah, I'm so glad I work for myself and by myself. My client called me today and he's like, "Hey Mark, how you doing?" I said, "Well, I've seen better days, but everything is all right." I asked him how his vacation was and how he was doing. He said it's fine. He goes, "Oh, Thursday, can you go to my condo and help me put some batteries in the fire alarms and shit?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." I said, "What time you want to meet?" He goes, "Around 10 o'clock." I said, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll meet you there." He goes, "Okay, have a good one, Mark." I said, "You too." See how easy that is? That's why I love my clients. They're so easy to deal with, you know? He called me within 5 minutes. We discussed when and how and where and what we're gonna do, and that's it. Now, if I was at a damn, place, I listen to the fucking bullshit. Hey, Antigone, how you doing? You had a beautiful date with Walter. Oh, he had the key to my heart and my coochie. I gave him a little gift today and told him, take care of my key. Ah, my heart is fluttering and beating. Ah, you're venting? Nah, that's all good. Your ex-husband is starting caca. He's such a horrible person. You want me to slap the shit out of him or what? I'm not violent, guys. I'm really joking. Uh, Let me see what paragraph you wrote me. My kid text me for time. Well, that's the thing. If he ain't paying for him, then he can't have him. That's just life. You just gotta talk to your lawyer about that. Fuck that guy. If he ain't paying, he can't take the kids. That's what you gotta tell him. Pink up. Did he give his son a birthday gift? Good. Make him pay. Fucker. You can always get the kids to say that they don't want to deal with him. Because you can do that to a certain point. Or like he has to be under supervision, you know? Like he can only see the kids when he's with you or at your house or something like that. He can't take the kids with him. Because he's if he has a record and he hasn't been paying all this time, then no, 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 no. Well, he can fight it all he wants. It ain't gonna work because you got to put in time. Or because you're paying now doesn't give you a right. You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. You have to prove that you have a stable. You got to tell. You know what you do? Listen to Uncle Marky. You could tell your lawyer already told you that it's laughable, right? That it ain't gonna happen. But you can get to the point where you can call child services and say, if you want, if you want to see my kids and take my kids to your house, right, or where you live, child services got to see if your home is fit enough to my for my kids to be in for a couple hours. You see what I'm saying? So that way, if he lies and says he's not taking them to the house, he's taking them to the park. Even then, he's got to prove that his home is worthy enough to have those children. And you should, and if you suspect that he's on drugs or anything, then you got to make him take a test to prove that he's not a drug addict or anything like that. They can't you can't just take your kids after all that fucking time. Hell no. Listen to Uncle Marky. Fuck that shit. Mm-mm. Don't let that guy get his way. Don't back down from that shit. And that's what you could tell him. I'll call child services to see where you live. You think I want my kids around your fucking dumbass? Hell no. Mm-mm. I can't wait till both my nephews go 18. 2 more years for the youngest one. It's on the countdown now, and we ain't got to deal with that bastard ever again. There are some days I want to be Rambo. You know Rambo? There's some days I want to be Rambo. Take that arrow with that little thing on the end. Look. Oops. Didn't know he was in there. But you know what? It's all good. Mental karma is the best. You'll suffer. Not my problem. Oh, there you go. See, you can mention that shit. He has to be clear in order for him to get those kids. So fight it too. I got your back, Maria. Lisa said, ain't never gave no man a key. Ain't no man want your damn key, woman. Welcome back, Tanya. Glad you're back. I keep my eye on you. Me and bro, we got to keep our eyes on you, make sure you're all right. Yeah, they do that here too, Dan. They take your driver's license or like they don't let you travel and shit. All right, Maria, I see good things for you and Walt in the next couple of days, especially like tomorrow and the next day. Next 2 days are good. Like he's still worried about the romance that he has with you and being romantic, but he's very happy that he has you as his woman. I got the 2 of Cups here, 2 of Wands, which is him, being very bold and courageous and, being dominant. He wants to like make sure that he controls the way things happen between you and him, to a certain extent, not a controlling narcissistic way, but like a way that he can control when he can see you, how he can see you, make more time, make more effort and things like that. That's why you probably had a good date today. So tomorrow might be the same. I see that it can happen. Like tomorrow could be really good between you guys. You might even get some B. You never know. 2 of Cups means that to me. But he feels kind of insecure at times, or he feels like, he's not good enough sometimes. Remember you told me not too long ago he dyed his hair so he could look younger and shit. Like I think he might feel that when he looks at himself, he says, shit, I'm older, I'm getting old, man. And he might like feel insecure about his looks. And like, so try and compliment, what he looks like, because he feels like he's not, handsome enough, even though he might be for you. Some men don't even know that they're being lusted over. But, I think Papi Chulo is a little bit, kind of worried about his looks and worried about, how you look at him. He's going on a diet. See? Yeah. I've been on a diet too. I started yesterday. I ain't eating no cookies and cakes and no nothing. My stomach's like kind of hurting right now because I haven't like ate all this shit. I've ate like decent meals today. I ain't had no junk food for 2 days now. So I'm on a diet too. So you could tell Walter that, it's okay to have a diet for now. Nice one, Teresa. Teresa says she's on a seafood diet. I see food, I'm gonna eat that shit. Yeah, I all I want to do is like lose like 20 pounds and I'll be happy. But I need to stop eating like cakes and cookies and chocolates and shit. I need to stop doing it. Now that all the birthdays are gone and I don't have to eat cake for a while, and all this shit. And my nephews are going back. My nephew goes back to school tomorrow, and my other nephew goes college next week. When those guys aren't around, it's better because they make me eat junk. They're like, Uncle Mark, make those cookie brownies, bro. Come on, man. I'm like, all right. Then I end up eating 2 or 3 of them. Then we go to the store. Oh, bro, let's get these red velvet cupcakes. Oh, let me get this chocolate. Oh, hey, bro, look, taste this. So now that they're going back, like they're gonna go to school and they're gonna leave me alone. I ain't gonna get, because they always want to eat all this junk and shit. See, they can eat that, but I can't. I start eating that shit, man. I'm gonna look like a fucking beanbag. That's why I said I'm gonna go on a diet as of September 1st, and I'm doing good so far. No junk. I need to like really, put my mind to it. Maria, I'm gonna pull you some love cards, but like try to boost his confidence up because that's what I see. But everything else looks good, Maria. I heard about those diet shots and those things. I don't. I'd rather do it the original way. About not 5. I'd say about maybe 7 years ago. I went on a diet for a whole year and I lost 60 pounds. I was 260 and I lost 60 pounds and got to 200. But it was hard losing that 60 pounds in a year. But I walked every day and I ate normal. I didn't eat a whole pile of shit. And then I felt like I lost too much weight. And then I ended up gaining like maybe half of it back. I would say I gained half of it back, yeah. So I was like, oh, well, fuck it. But yeah, I know I can do it. I'd rather say stand beside me, Betty Crocker. Betty Crocker's a nuisance. All right. All right, your first card here is insomnia. So you might have some sleepless nights, Maria. You personally, because there's a woman here, you might have some sleepless nights or worrying too much about the ex and the situation with the kids. So you might have some insomnia, But guess what? Papi Chulo said he will never forget that coochie. I mean that love. I mean that, you. I will never forget you, Maria. Don't worry. And then I got the forbidden card. It would be forbidden for him to like lose you or to have something bad happen. And then on the bottom, I got reach out. So he might reach out to you again tonight to say goodnight, or he might reach out to you tonight and talk to you. So all good. I just get that his confidence might be a little down. Like he might not get, I don't know if you compliment him. You might say, hey, you look good, or, I think you look good tonight, Papi Chulo. I like your suit. I like your shoes, or, And if he's on a diet, then tell him he lost weight even though he did. I'll be lying. Never mind. Don't say that. All you got to do is tell him this. The best exercise is sexercise. That's how you lose weight and burn calories. So tell him, So just tell him that the best exercise is sexercise, okay? That's all you gotta do. Sexercise is the best exercise. Lisa, I got your donation. You can ask your question when you're ready. I think it just shut down and came back. It just reconnected for some reason. I don't know. It's stupid ass shit. It's been fine all this time. Now you gotta work off them extra pounds. See, I always tell everybody the best exercise is exercise. That's a perfect place to start or to finish. Maria, as far as your ex, Maria, his character is going to determine everything. So it shows you being upright and it shows him reversed here. So he's gonna lie. He's gonna dispute everything. He's going to like cause problems and obstacles. But because you're the devoted mom and you're with the kids all the time and the kids are in a good place, they're gonna know that he's a shady person and very like, he's just gonna be too. They're gonna be too suspicious of him to try and give him any type of rights or anything. I don't see him getting it. I see you always having those kids, no problem. Like I told you that already. Even your lawyer said that it's laughable. So I feel like you have nothing to worry about. And if he starts to talk shit, tell him that you'll call child services on his ass. Yeah, I buffered for a minute. It shut down and then reconnected. What happens is the stupid Google Chrome browser shuts down every time after like an hour. I made a mistake and came on here instead of Firefox because Firefox it don't happen. Stupid ass fucking Chrome shit. Yeah, there you go. You can hit the gym together. Work up an appetite. You know. Yeah, there you go. You're all right. Yeah, you're welcome, Maria. Don't worry. It's all good. I got you. All right, Lisa, you said you want a reading for September. Anything good, bad, exciting, new? You want too damn much. You're welcome, Maria. No problem. OnlyFans await you. If you want to make that moolah, OnlyFans is the only place you can make that, real money. Show them some pictures of your feet. If you don't want to show them the coochie and, the bum, then you got to show them the feet. That's the only way you're going to make more money. Or you got to go get a job. More jobs. All right. September for you, I would say. I know you said something about you don't have family and stuff like that around you, but I got the family card here, and I got like um, even support by people around you. But because you're back working, you can have like a f- like a family type vibe at work where everybody at work you get along with, or you're just content with how your life is in September with work, being home, doing things, having peace and quiet. Your family in spirit might be helping you, or you might hear from family members this month if you have any. Um, okay, good. So your network of friends are going to be really good to you this month. Everything's going to go perfect with them. Like you'll have support from them, peace from them, happiness, contentment. Just being overall, good, and your reputation will be good too. You know. So I feel like it's more of that than anything. Yeah, Dan, you can join today. Otherwise, that I do get like spirit wants you to be mature, responsible, reliable, patient, but persistent at the same time. People look at you as a dependable person, somebody who's organized and capable of being dependable when they need be, or if you're there for your friends will be there for you. I feel like you have that reputation, or you have that thing with other people where they can say, I can depend on her. You're gonna have to rewind. um Also, what I'm getting here is you could have some difficulties here and there, um but try not to overdo it. try not to like Try not to like do anything where you're overdoing it. Don't do too much. Like, go at a steady pace, but be patient at the same time. You might also begin to understand that things from the past have to stay there and leave it there, and stop dwelling on the past, or don't bring up the past, or don't care anything about the past. Leave it where it belongs. Release yourself from that. So if your past is bothering you in certain areas, whether it be love, career, friendships, family, leave it all behind. You know, leave it all behind. But the only thing that I see here that might be a burden is just like, a person that you confide in doesn't really give a shit about you as much as you think they do. Um, but it's also like, could be somebody at work that you're like suspicious of, and you're like, oh god, this idiot, this person or whatever. It's nothing like major, but you might go through it this month where a person makes life difficult, or they just be difficult, and you're like, oh god, this person is like a tricky fucker, so I need to stay away from them. So I feel like we all have it happen to us every now and then. Yeah. So if it's a girlfriend of yours, then they can be very tricky or whatever, and they can be like trying to deceive you or pull the wool over your eyes per se. But otherwise, that I don't really see nothing bad. I just see one person might act up, but maybe this is something to do with like a past thing where this person, you've known them for a while, and it's time to get rid of them and move on. So that could be it. But otherwise, that the Ten of Cups here says that it's going to be a good month, and you'll be happy and content. It doesn't say anything about money, but it just says that you'll be happy and content with what goes on, as far as like family, people, in general, community work, things like that. And when you come home, you'll feel at peace. You'll feel like, hey, I'm home. I feel happy. I can kick up my feet. I have things. I have what I need, etc., etc. So nothing bad, just a bad person that will aggravate you and try to deceive you or trick you. If you have a lot of projects, that means that's good. It's going to keep you busy, and you'll be happy at the end of September knowing that you completed those projects. Yeah. I see the negative lady here. Queen of Swords reversed. So this person is very malicious and vengeful, and they can have like a bad temper. You know, they can be aggravating and stuff. But it looks like you'll communicate with friends and people. And like I said, I got the Two of Cups here, which means that your loyal, true friends are always gonna stick back to you. Stick to you. So you'll be fine. Okay. I have a lot of questions too. No. Boston. The B stands for Boston Red Sox, not for Bermuda now. It's for my baseball team. Yeah. Boston. Yeah. That's why you see me wear a B all the time. It's for Boston. The Boston Celtics and the Boston Bruins, the Boston everybody. I'm a Boston fan. If it's Bermuda, it'll be BDA. That's what we have here, BDA, Bermuda. That's the abbreviation. I don't really have any Bermuda hats like that, but this is the color of the Bermuda flag is red and blue. That's the color of our flag. Yeah. Yeah, the Red Sox won 11-7 today. It was tied 7-7, and then we won 11-7. Red Sox are almost won. They got one more game and they win 80. They're doing good this year. My boys. They're doing good. I watch the games when I can, and I have family in Boston. I've always been a Boston fan, and that's my team. That's why everybody when my friend Barbie's in here, she says B is for Barbie. Then I have another friend named Becca, and she says that B is for Becca. So I had to separate those two sometimes and say, okay, look, I got a B here for you and a B here for you. You know. So we just laugh and have fun. But some people think it's for Bermuda, but it's not though. Like we have teams here in Bermuda, but we only the biggest team we have is for cricket and for soccer. There's no other real. We have Bermudian teams in sports. Like this year, back in February, my nephew, my 17-year-old nephew, he went to Boston to represent Bermuda national team in volleyball, and they came second. They got the silver medal. The first time a Bermudian team has won a silver medal in the Boston volleyball tournament. So my nephew was a part of that. He was in the paper and everything. But when we wear Bermuda stuff, it says BDA. So Bermuda, like it's abbreviation. It's never just a B. It'll say BDA. Yeah. I might get one. I got the Queen of Swords reversed, Lisa, in the cards when I asked about her. I got the Queen of Swords reversed. So that's who it is. So you can't trust the Queen of Swords reversed. That's like the worst woman in the deck. All right, you said older one or the younger one. All right, let's check. All right, Lisa, let's check. That's interesting. Hmm. I feel like both of them have like issues, not so much with you, but I do get both have like, this thing about you. You know what I mean? I get both of them have like the same energy. I would say the older one is more of a hater than the younger one. I feel like the younger one could be more mature, but still kind of like, at times jealous and at times weird. But I feel like the older one is more of like a tricky person and like a person that, will make things difficult, you know? And the Queen of Swords is usually an older person. So I would say both their energy is not that great, but the older one's probably worse than the younger one. That's what I get. But I do see like jealousy and envy and difficulties as far as them wanting and looking at you in that way. So that's what I would say. Well, that's their problem, you know? You got to do what's right for you, right? So who cares what they think? Yeah. That's how you got to look at it. You got to do, all you always got to do what's right for you, not for what anybody else wants or thinks. And that's why they're probably like, well, that's how people are. I know it's silly, but what can you do? An idiot's gonna be an idiot. Some people just can't be happy for people. They just gotta be mad all the time. That's how they are. I wouldn't worry about it, Lisa. Fuck them. Give them more to hate on. That's what I do. If I know somebody don't like me, I'm gonna make them hate me even more. I'm gonna piss them off. So yeah, I would say both of them. I would watch out for both of them, and I would say that the older one is probably worse than the younger one. Yeah. Well, being that you're working again, right? You'll find new friends in the work community. I get that already. The Ten of Cups is like finding new friends and being cool with your friends and having good friends around you. We all have shitty friends. Marilyn, thank you for the super chat. You said, "How does MW, a Pisces old friend, feel about me?" I wouldn't even do that. I'll put them all on notice. That's not my job. Hell no. They need to deal with Jesus, not me. You're welcome, Lisa. Just keep doing your thing. Don't let these people get you down. Well, if that's what you think, then that's okay. You got to do things the way you feel. Me, I'm different. Marilyn, I would say that this person, I would say this person doesn't really give a shit. I don't know why, but like, I would say that they feel good about your past friendship and they feel good about you. I just feel like this person's in a bad place right now. I feel like they're going through some issues, and that's probably why they're not talking to you. But I do get the communication card here, so I think that this person might message you back at some point in time. But they show up reversed here, where they're going through some hard times. So I think that the last thing they want to do is talk to anybody, or you maybe. But how they feel about, your past friendship and you, they feel perfectly fine about that. They're okay with whatever has gone on with you and them. But you said you haven't heard from her and you don't know if she's gotten your messages. All right, let me check. It's crazy. That card feels like it's stuck together, but it's not. Um, I think that she's going to contact you in the next couple days. I do see contact eventually from her, but she has a lot of anxiety, a lot of money issues. She's going through a period in her life where things aren't really going right. But I do see her contacting you eventually, probably by from now to the end of the week. I feel like she got the messages, but she's just very preoccupied. I get money issues around this person. So maybe, like, how people have prepaid phones and they just pay for whatever they have or things like that. So maybe this person's having an issue with putting like money on their phone, or their phone is gone or something like that. I kind of get that from spirit telling me that their phone is out of order, or like they have to pay their bill in order to like communicate on the phone or some shit like that. Or something happened to their phone, their prepaid phone or something. I don't know. But that's what I heard, that something's up with the person's phone. But they will contact you in the next couple of days. I feel like from now to the weekend they'll contact you. You're welcome, Marilyn. No problem. Miss Diamond's over here is snoring again. Just something else. I can't believe it's September already. Fuck. It's crazy how time is flying, man. It's like sometimes I just sit here and I look at the date. I look at the time and then I see the date and I'm like, this is nuts. It's like the days are going by so fast. It seems like when you're older, the older you get, the more time flies. Because when I was in school, man, I wanted that shit to be over and done with. And when I was in the army, I was like, fuck, man, I can't wait for this shit to finish. And now it's like every day that goes by, I'm like, shit, it's already 3 o'clock. Shit, it's almost midnight. Shit, I'm going to sleep already. Where the hell did this day go? Like, I feel like I say that a lot lately. I don't know. Like, it just don't make no sense. It's weird how time is just like every day goes by too fast to me. I know it could be me. Hey, calm down. This damn dog over here snoring like crazy. You're welcome, Lisa. You're ready for Christmas? Cool weather and pretty decorations. That sounds good. Even though I'm not ready for Christmas, but you know. All right, Lisa. Good seeing you. Take care and good night. I'm gonna get out of here soon too. I just saw like a orb go by. I swear I just saw that just now. That's crazy. I felt like I saw like a white orb just fly through my screen. It's not on my glasses now. I saw it fly by. What the fuck is that? I swear it was on there. Yes, Miss Diamond. You know it is. Orbs. I'm glad you got everything done, Tanya, and I hope you feel better. And good night to you guys. Good night, Marilyn. I'm gonna get out of here anyway. I'm heading up. I've been on here for like 2 hours, so it's almost midnight. I'm gonna go get an early night tonight, earlier than usual. But it was a good night. I appreciate you guys being here, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.